Yep.
Got that video trolling.
Hey everybody, Van here from Getting Cheesy with Van and Jeezy. Say what's up, Jeezy.
What's up?
Probably the most useless NFL week of the season. It's the Pro Bowl week.
What's useful? What's I was about to say what's useful about the Pro Bowl?
Nothing exactly. Oh man, that shit. So
That's not the Pro Bowl. That's
it
my
was.
wife.
I must have. I must have missed it
Sorry, Mrs.
because
Jeezy.
I must have missed it
I
because I
didn't mean
turned
it.
it on. I turned it on at. It was probably 4:30. I
I think
turned it
the
on,
I think the game was at
and
5.
well, it said three to five, 3 to 6. The show said on whatever who was broadcasting it,
I think it
and it
was
was like 4
5
o'clock.
5
Four.
Eastern for the game,
I
right?
was watching. I watched through 5 Eastern, and it seemed to me to be a highlight show. They were like, "Here's all the people that got elected to the Pro Bowl. Here's all their highlights and stuff, and
Yeah,
we're gonna
5 p.m.
interview
It's
people."
the Pro Bowl will be a Madden competition that airs at 5 p.m. Eastern time.
I must turn it off right before that because I got sick of watching. It said from 3 to 6, and I was watching for a good hour, and it was just like not only was it just like a highlight show, it was also a Brady Mahomes jerk off special because they were like, Tom Brady's so good. He's 43. He's 43. Did you know
I'm,
he's 43? He's 43 years old. And then Mahomes is like, did you know he's only 25? He's 25 years old. He's only 25. I'm like,
I
oh
mean,
my
those
God, shut the
those
fuck
are
up.
both impressive ages for their accomplishments, but you know, I don't know. I feel like it was just yesterday I watched Peyton Manning turn 40 and then completely melt down. And but then that defense was so good that they won the Super Bowl. I mean,
Oh,
that was a few
yeah.
years ago. But like,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, like prior to Brady, it's like you turn 40 and then you disintegrate for whatever reason. And I mean, Peyton
Breeze didn't
Manning,
do
not that
awful. Also, can you believe this? Can you believe this? Someone said, back in 2010, right? Both these guys, Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, have been to and won a Super Bowl. Would you have believed at that? I mean, at that time, Aaron Rodgers is 5 years into his career. Drew Brees, I forget how many years, not that many more. Maybe nine years in his career. Would you believe 2010? Both those guys haven't been to one Super Bowl and won it. That neither of them would see another Super Bowl up until 2020. Like, could you believe that? That's so hard to believe. So much talent between those two guys. And
yeah.
fucking Brady
And both
takes it all because he's in a shitty conference.
I mean, and both teams ended up being. I mean, they had teams to make. I mean, when they lost to the Rams a couple years ago, when they lost to the Vikings last year, when they lost this year,
Did you
I mean,
know? Did you know too? In that time frame since 2010, there's only been 3 quarterbacks to start in the AFC Super Bowl: Brady, Roethlisberger, Manning. 3.
that shit's nuts.
There hasn't been anybody on the NFC side go more than. I mean, I guess last year was Mahomes. Sorry, but on the NFC side, no one's repeated. I think, other than maybe Russell Wilson.
That sounds right. I mean, it
You
really
know,
does.
maybe Colin Kaepernick. No, they didn't go to Super Bowl, did they?
They went once with him,
Anyways, the point being,
at
it's
least
easy
once.
if you're in the AFC. Uh, we digress. The Pro Bowl, the fuck thing, like whatever you want to call it. I didn't watch the actual game if there was one
I
then.
put I put a link for gossip later, but we
For
could go
anybody
to
that doesn't know, it was virtual. It was literally dudes sitting on their couches playing Madden. Each person had 5 minutes to control the game against somebody else.
yeah. I mean, the NFC won.
Sweet.
Spoiler. Sorry.
Okay.
Uh, I
What would have
mean,
been tight, I talked about, is be VR. Get everybody in one giant ass gymnasium, those VR things that you run, like you physically run on a little pad, all 22 players. That'd have been sweet.
I do think from the actual live game, the one thing I want to call out here, Marshawn Marshawn Lynch, he got a big fourth down. He got a big fourth quarter interception. Got up celebrating, broke the shit out of his chair, just like leg gone. He was
Sorry, I'm
so
watching
jacked.
it. I'm sorry, I'm watching it, and he goes, "I broke the fucking chair." And it's this raggedy ass wood, like
Looks like an IKEA chair
looks like
almost.
it almost looks like like one of those folding, like those old school folding canvasy camping chairs. Gets up, I fucking broke the chair.
Got the interception, sealed the game for the NFC. I mean, thanks, Marshawn.
Didn't seal it. It was 32-12. How was that stealing it at
I
that
mean,
time?
I said
That was out of
ceiling,
hand.
ceiling,
It was already out of reach. There's no ceiling. That's done.
whatever.
Anyways, there's that. I don't know. Hopefully we get back to a real Pro Bowl next year. Other than that, boy, Jason Witten is retiring finally.
It's
He's
crazy.
going to sign a 1-day contract with the Cowboys.
I didn't
Retire.
real I didn't even realize he went to the Raiders. Did you know he was at the Raiders?
Mm-hmm. No,
The
actually, you know, I didn't. I didn't.
how the fuck did I miss that? I mean, Jason Witten is a that's a known quantity. I should have known where he was.
I mean, he is most certainly a quantity player, high quantity player.
I mean, he's been in the league for a
He owns the
long
record for
time.
most career NFL games by a tight end with 271.
Wow. Wow.
All kinds of records. Let's see, number one all time receiving yards and receptions. Number two all time in touchdowns. This is for Cowboys records. 11-time Pro Bowler. Two-time All Pro. Walter Payton Man of the Year in 2012.
I mean,
Uh,
that's quite a career. I mean, he's to
and
me he's
this year he suited up for all 16 games, only 7 starts, and finished 13 catches, 69 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
I mean, it's been his time, but I don't know if he'll have another job at ESPN announcing. You may
Breaking
recall
Pro Bowl trophies.
I mean, it's his time of year. That's true.
Actually, no. He today actually I was named the head coach at Liberty Christian University.
Really,
Mm-hmm.
that's a that's a big deal. That's a good move for him, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Head coach.
Jason Witten, good luck. Congratulations on an excellent career, well earned retirement, and we'll see him in the Hall of Fame. I'm 100% sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's not even a question. That's a first ballot. Now the wackiest shit to happen this week, and I mean this could be
Wackiest?
this is fucking this is stupid.
What is it?
Like
What are you talking
this
about?
was highway robbery. This was highway robbery on an NFL scale. If you know this, but the Lions fucking ripped off the Rams hard,
I mean, so I know what you're
hard.
talking about.
The Lions ripped the Rams off. They took them for a ride. They were like, "Hey, yo," they were like, "I'll give you Matt Stafford, but like you got to give me Jared Goff, a first round pick, 2 second round picks, and a third round pick."
No, no, it's 2 first round picks.
Oh, was even fucking worse then.
Two first
That's
round
even
picks.
more egregious. Like, who's the irresponsible ass that made that trade? Oh, it's terrible. 2 first round picks, a
Two.
second and a third, and Jared Goff
I
for
mean,
Matt Stafford.
I look. You know what I my
That is you know what that is. That's a we want to win right now mentality. And you know where that gets you?
where?
Like the Browns usually, like the
I mean,
typical Browns, like people that go all out to win shit. Look at the Bears did a couple years ago. They went out like, fuck it, we're gonna get Khalil Mack. We're gonna spend all kinds of money on this guy. You know what they did? Didn't win a Super Bowl. The
yeah.
Vikings. Oh, we're gonna Kirk Cousins. 4 years, 84 million guaranteed. You know what they did? Nothing.
I mean, I saw this and I was like, good for Matt Stafford. That dude deserves
He
to
to
have
not be in Detroit.
he did yeah, exactly. He deserves to have a shot at it.
Yeah.
Because like to me this was about the storyline for Matt Stafford and I think obviously the Rams believe with Matt Stafford at the helm that they can win. Like they can win and they can win now.
I mean, that's kind of a
Like
slap in the face of Jared Goff, though, don't you think?
I mean Jared Goff is fine.
I mean, it's just kind of slap in the face to him, though, don't you think? They were like, you know what? You were fine, but like, we're going to trade a lot of things away so we can get not you.
I mean Matt Stafford is like he's either I mean, I don't know. Is he right in his prime now, or what would you say?
He was drafted in, what was it, 09? Uh, Sorry, it's gotta be in here somewhere. Also, he's got a much more salary cap friendly deal um,
Matt Stafford, 32 years old.
than Jared Goff does. Was he drafted? He was a first overall round. He was a
Matt
first overall pick though.
Matt Stafford's birthday is in 1 week. He will be 33 years old in a week.
Yeah, but when was he drafted? Is the question.
Uh,
He was a first overall.
I don't know, but it does say he's currently 16th
2009.
in NFL history passing yards, 16th in touchdowns.
Is that right? Is that right? 2009, by the way, he was drafted first overall.
I mean, I really think like this gives Matt Stafford a chance to fucking win, and he deserves it.
Does it? I mean, who else has gone? I mean, yeah, I
But
just think it's irresponsible. It's a win now move from the Rams, and it comes back to the question again of would you rather win now and dwell in mediocrity later, or be sustained pretty good and have a couple shots here and there?
I mean,
I take
this
the latter.
this one deal is not going to break the Rams. But what is?
That is like saying fuck you to the future. Two first round picks, a second and a third. That is
I don't think there's a second round. I think it's two first and a
insane.
third.
It is. First round picks in 2022, 2023, a third round pick in 2021. Okay, there's no second.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay, fine. And Jared Goff.
And Jared Goff. I mean, I don't
I mean,
see.
Don't get me wrong. Matt Stafford deserves to win somewhere, and I thought he would have done well in New England, but apparently, with Matt Patricia having gone back to New England, he was like, "There's one place I don't want to go, New England."
I
Uh,
just I just
but
feel like, look, I really feel like that team is well put together. They're not super old. They can be fine with a trade like this. You don't want them piggybacking off of this. You don't want them trading away a bunch more picks. Um, but this is a team I think that
well,
can.
so that's another thing is it gives the Rams. I'm sorry, it gives the Lions a couple of. I mean, Lions get Jared Goff, who's perfectly serviceable, but
Serviceable.
they've got you know two first round picks coming up here that they could absolutely trade away for somebody else.
It's true.
Now, again, Jared Goff's contract is not as flexible or not as easy. It's more of a hit than Matt Stafford's is, but I don't know, man. I still think the Lions got or the Rams got fucking robbed.
I'm not sure. We'll see. I mean, I really feel like the Rams with Matt Stafford at QB have a shot to go deep next year.
They had a shot to go deep this year.
Yeah, but they were
Do you
never
think
going to
Jared
win.
Goff is the distance? Is Matt Stafford the difference that takes them from losing in divisional this year to winning a Super Bowl?
I think it could be. I really do.
You don't
That
think
was
it
the
was the
number
fact that
one
you don't
defense.
think it was the fact that our offense put up almost 500 yards in the number one defense. What's Matt Stafford going to do about that?
I mean, he's going to put up enough points to give him a shot to win.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, maybe your defense isn't on the field the whole fucking game because the offense is working. Doesn't hurt. Couldn't hurt.
I don't know. I mean, I want to see Matt Stafford succeed. Don't get me wrong. I just think it was a very steep price to pay for what it is. He's
Yeah.
injury prone too.
I mean, he's been okay. He had an injury,
He
missed half a
falls.
season last year?
It's been a couple of years. He's missed a handful of games. He falls in the category to me of good, not great. But unlike like we talked about, Philip Rivers was great, not elite. He was good, great, not elite. Matt Stafford is just a good, great.
I mean, I would definitely say Matt Stafford is in the Philip Rivers discussion, like that same level of player. He's been consistently good with different players. He's obviously had some
Pump the
help
brakes. Pump the brakes.
from his time with Megatron, but like he's been
That's
able
why
to.
when people are like, he's elite, man, he's elite. I always said he's throwing a Megatron. He gets 5,000 yards a year just from like, fuck it. That's like the size of a garage door right there. I probably can hit that. He'll bring it in. Like,
I mean, you're not wrong about that, but I think he's
anyways, I
good.
mean, I think the Rams got robbed, but whatever. But honestly, though, being Packers fans, I would much rather see Jared Goff twice than Matt Stafford twice a year.
Definitely. We
Although
got
we'll
it.
see him again next year, though, right? Because they won. Didn't they win their division? No, they didn't. They were a wild card team.
Yeah, Seahawks won.
Yeah. Anyways, so
All right.
there's
Anything else
that.
to add, or you want to close this out?
Yeah, dude. Before the Rams got Matt Stafford, they made a pass Aaron Rodgers.
What? Come
Yeah, they
on.
made a pass at Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, okay. So this is an article from actually from CBS Sports. They want to upgrade from Jared Goff, Farmer. Who's Farmer? This guy named Farmer. Sam Farmer from the LA Times. He said they want to upgrade from Jared Goff. They felt like there was a certain number of quarterbacks that could do that. Sean Watson was out of their price range. They made a run at Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers were adamant they were not willing to trade him. They were not trading him.
I mean,
Like, what kind of stupid bonehead thing is that? Like, it's like I don't know. That is like me, fucking Van, like sending a letter to Bill Gates, being like, "Hey, Bill Gates, my name is Van. Can you please send me some money? Thank you." That's just like that stab in the dark that is the stupidest. Like, that's never gonna work.
I mean,
No.
Rogers is from California. It would be a bit of a homecoming for him.
I mean, so would the Raiders. So would the 49ers. The 49ers would be more the 49ers team growing up. Like, that would be more believable than, and apparently the 49ers are looking too. Why? The 49ers are looking. I thought Jimmy G was like perfectly fine. But
Yeah, I think.
apparently they're looking to move on from him. Deshaun Watson is 100% out of Houston.
But I heard
JJ,
they're not. They said they're not going to deal.
they said they weren't, but it means he's going to play. He can sit out,
I guess we'll
and then
see.
he's a big old expensive paperweight.
Yep.
JJ Watt's talking about. I've been hearing JJ Watt doesn't want to come back either, and people are linking him to the Packers. How cool would that be?
That would be tight. You think we got? I mean,
Bring the Wisconsin kid back home.
that shit would be nuts. I mean, that front line. We just paid Kenny Clark. I think Zadarius and Preston are still good for at least another season, right, on their
I don't know.
contracts.
The problem's gonna be the salary cap this year.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of contracts getting restructured.
Yeah. But I mean, can you imagine that? Fucking JJ Watt, Kenny Clark, both of the Smiths.
Sorry, Tyler Lancaster and Dean Lowry. Fucking hit the bricks. Like, sorry.
That shit would be
okay.
insane.
Problem with JJ Watt is he's also always hurt.
Yeah, he has had some injuries. That's true.
Anyways, people are moving. I mean, the new league year doesn't actually start until March, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think they're still allowed to tender contracts and things like that in between. But yeah, whatever. Cool.
Whatever.
That's basically it.
Okay.
Unless you want to mention one last thing, because this is the kind of the news / gossip. This is just a conglomeration of shit. I don't know. The funny one I saw right before we got on Gronk went to play for the Buccaneers. We know this, obviously.
Right. Yes.
During the virtual workouts this season, because they couldn't meet in person. During virtual off-season workouts, this is a tweet from some guy named Mark Daniels. He's got that little blue check next to his name, so he's probably someone important. During virtual off-season workouts, Gronk had to run sprints, record them, and send them to the Bucs, like video. So to get out of that, he'd record himself running sprints in different shirts on the same day. Then he'd send the videos on different days.
I mean, would you expect anything less from Gronk?
That's thinking.
That is thinking.
That's thinking. Think about that. Bye.
Bye.